Solana is one of those coins that already pumped a lot, but in my opinion, will still pump a lot. So let's see where this could take us. Welcome back. We'll look at specific price targets later on, but first, let's revise what Solana actually is. Why is it still so bullish? Well, Solana is pretty much the Ethereum of this cycle. And if you ask yourself, what do I mean by that? Because Solana is not new, Ethereum is not new. Well, what I do mean is that the kind of movement that we're seeing from Solana this cycle, in my opinion, resembles the kind of movement from Ethereum last cycle. And obviously this means there is another project that is kind of the Solana of this cycle as well. And actually, I already talked about this project a lot on this channel, actually already in the second video on this channel. But that's another topic. Let's get back to Solana. Now, it's not only Solana's price action this cycle that is resembling Ethereum's price action last cycle, but also what's happening on chain. Meaning Solana is pretty much the center of attention when it comes to tokens, because all of the meme coin action, the culture coin action, is mostly happening on Solana. Not only, but mostly. Of course, there are lots of meme coins on Ethereum, on Chain, on Base Chain, on Avalanche, etc. But once again, the center of attention is Solana. And if we go back to last cycle and also the cycle before that, most of the token action was happening on Ethereum. Quite frankly, because Ethereum introduced the concept of smart contracts and therefore the token creation concept into the world of blockchain, and that at scale. And if you're not living under a rock, then you know that this cycle, the most important narrative is meme coins, or better to say meme coins 2.0. And as I said already, culture coins. This is another term defining meme coins that really have a community behind them and are not just pump and dump schemes. And as I already emphasized in a dedicated video, I will link it here, culture coins are the NFTs of this cycle. And as I already said, that this happens mostly on Solana, makes Solana very important. Therefore, Solana should, in my opinion, pump a lot more still, although we've had a crazy rally from the bear market bottoms already. Now, if we zoom out a little, you can see that we had, of course, similar to most of the altcoins, similar to all of crypto, we've had a crazy dump, which we have to say was a little oversized, minus 97% from bull market top to bear market bottom. But this was due, if you may recall, due to FTX. So the FTX crash brought Solana from 31, 32-ish dollars down to like $7, $8. Another 74% dump. So I think the bear market bottom otherwise would have been in this vicinity. And why did FTX bring Solana down this much? Well, because Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX were big backers and investors in Solana. And that's basically everything. Many people thought that Solana is basically dead, but no, it revived pretty quickly, accumulated, and then we've seen this crazy and very beautiful vertical rally that brought us actually 1,110% up, meaning 12x. This is one hell of a rally. And as you know, all season is still ahead of us. And therefore, I think that Solana will pump a lot more. How much will it still pump? That is the golden question we will look at in a bit. But before that, make sure to subscribe right now. Very important. You don't want to miss out anything. On this channel, there's a lot of free alpha just by following around. You can probably quadruple your gains, not financial advice, of course. Well, let's also remove this green arrow. This was just for the purpose of getting you to watch this video. And before we actually calculate my personal price targets for Solana, let's have a quick look at Ethereum. As I teased you, it's pretty similar. Last cycle, we've had Ethereum go down 95% and Solana was minus 97%. Then we went sideways, and as we started the bull market, we rallied around a 10x to the point of January 21, when the actual alt season of last cycle began. And after this 10x, Ethereum did another around, not a full 5x. So like a 4.8x. So to make it easy, first a 10x, and then as alt season hit, another 5x, approximately. Now back to Solana. Once again, Solana did already a, 10, 11x to this point in time from the bear market bottom. Then we went into a very prolonged sideways range, similar to the rest of the market, similar to Bitcoin. This was the summer pause I was talking about since May. Didn't catch me by surprise at all that we ranged that long. People were frustrated, but that's how crypto works for the last 10 years. We've always had a summer pause. That's it. Now, as you can see, we have this impulse, this sideways range. And now the most simple thing to do actually is to measure this impulse here with a simple line. And as in the markets, we normally have kind of a harmonious movement, especially with this kind of things, where we have a sideways range. You can basically put this here, and this gives you a first hint. This is not the actual calculation, only a hint what would be harmonious for a move to get out of this range. The next thing to calculate this more precisely and have a look where price targets could be is by putting the Fibonacci retracement here from top to bottom of this range. And as you can see, this gives us some price targets. The first price target I would look at is the 1.618, this golden range here, meaning $320. Then the 2.618, $619. And then as you can see, the upper end of this harmonious movement would be the 3.618, sitting at approximately $1,200. So basically, these are my three price targets, quite simply. The question now is, what is realistic? So I would say from current prices, as you can see, just to show you, this would be a 37%, the first price target. The second price target would be a 163%, meaning a 2.6x. And then this price target, the third price target, would be pretty much exactly a 5x. So if we were to repeat the structure and price action of Ethereum from last cycle, then we would actually hit this third target. As I told you, you may recall, Ethereum did a 10x till alt season, and during alt season it did another 5x. And this would be pretty much the same here. We did already a 10, 11x here from the bear market bottom with Solana. And now as alt season hits in the coming weeks, then, and I mean the full-fledged alt season. I mean, yes, alts are pumping and so on, but the real alt season hits when Bitcoin dominance goes down. And in this point in time, it still goes up. We want to see go down, and then this is when alt season is here. Now, when this happens, as I've told you, we could expect at best a 5x, in my personal opinion. And of course, this is from the current price of pretty much exactly $240. If we should dip at some point, let it be now or later on, and we dip below this $240, of course, the third price target would be more of a multiple than a 5x, obviously. And this brings me to the next question. Should we expect a dip right now? Pretty much everybody is talking about that. Will Bitcoin go to 100K first and then we will see a dip? Will we see a dip now? Will we see a dip right now and drag everything down with it? Solana as well, of course. Or will we blast through 100,000 and never look back? Well, the best answer I can give you is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we are in a super powerful bull cycle. Dips are healthy, dips are normal. It doesn't matter when they will happen. If you're not positioned already, then you're a bit late. And if you're still looking to position yourself and you have no portfolio at all, then buy something now. Buy something when the first dip happens. Because in the end, nobody will be able to tell you when we see the first dip. And why am I so harsh about that? Well, because in this extreme alt season, we will have heinous dips of 30, 40, 50%. And then the coin, whatever the coin is, not only Solana, will do another 2, 3x. That's normal. And if this is your first cycle, you need to know that. So during this bull action, don't think about the dips, think about the rips. And if we get a dip, that's another story. If you see that something dips, you can double down, buy more, whatever you want to do. But don't specifically speculate on a dip. Don't specifically wait for a dip, because this in the end will cost you gains. This will most likely leave you empty-handed in the end. So once again, if you see crypto dipping, use the dip. If there's no dip, then be positioned for that. Is it possible that we get a dip now? Yes, it is possible. Could be like this. Could be like this. But specifically waiting for a dip means being bearish during the most bullish part of the bull cycle. And this mentality will get you wrecked. Meaning I would advise nobody to short, God forbid, or sell backs in order to buy back lower. In 90% of the cases, this doesn't work. Doesn't work out. Please don't do it. In my opinion, you can do whatever you want. This is not financial advice, of course. I've just seen the most crazy things over the last cycles. I, of course, did many of these mistakes myself as well. That's normal, but please don't do it because it's not worth it. Another thing, let's look at the market capitalization of Solana. It's currently sitting at $106 billion. And a 5x, obviously, would mean around 500 plus $billion market cap for Solana. And currently this is more than Ethereum. So for Ethereum, I expect pretty much maybe another 3x, approximately. And this would bring Ethereum to nearly $1 trillion in market cap. I think this might be possible. And therefore a $500 billion Solana is not too far-fetched in my opinion for a bull market top. And therefore once more, yes, I do think a 5x for Solana is possible. We're not talking about likely, we're talking about possible. For the likely scenario, I would maybe say $800 for Solana. And that would mean from current prices again, $800, this would be around a 3.3x. Also nice for a big project that rallied so hard already. This would mean pretty much a little bit a blow off top above this 2.618 and then pretty much a bear market. But that's for another time. Don't be bearish in a bull cycle. I told you already. Now, once again, don't miss out to subscribe right now to this YouTube channel, but also get over to X and follow me. My name is philprince_11. I am posting charts and crypto wisdom over there as well. And because you're at it, also join my free Telegram group. 553 members, pretty smart people around there. Let's get it. And until next time, goodbye.